shots.
Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, a good one in store here. It's the New York Giants and the Denver Broncos. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And here we go at Mile High. McCole Hardman now on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Willis. His first throw is an interception! That's Bobby Okereke. And the Giants will take over as he records his first interception of our season. How quickly things can change, huh? From kickoff to now, already looking at an entirely different picture, Brock. They get the interception, and they're going to take over in perfect position to score our first points.
You know, we talk about scripting for offense all the time, but flip it around. That could not be a better script for this defense. Not just to get a stop, but to take the ball away and now set your offense up for success.
Here's Tracy on 1st down. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it.
Hey, Kate, you know as a quarterback, every decision you make's got a consequence. Some good, some bad. But that one right there, throwing into double coverage, making that decision to force the issue into double coverage in the end zone, that's a consequence that pays dearly.
First call here coming from the shotgun. On the draw, to give to Harvey. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone could finally get to him.
go play action. Here's Willis. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Here's Willis to the air. Got a man, it's Marvin Mims. And he's gonna go down right along midfield stripe.
I'm not gonna lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down, but to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap now to Willis. Complete beyond the marker. And he's gonna get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Give to Harvey here from the pistol. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. RV once more. Has another lane. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Going after tries goodbye Lutz. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Tyrone Tracy now to return. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Stopped on the play by Zadarius Smith.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Darts out of the shotgun. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
3rd down now. Here's Darts. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by the first-time All-Pro Nick Bonito.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pass him on the quick hitter. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Makes makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up. We've reached the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. A give to Tracy up the middle. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Start from the pistol. Brought in right side. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Play fake, now Willis to throw. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing on 1st down, Willis. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. They're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. To throw, here's Willis. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. That's caught for the first. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Harvey is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos now lead by 10. Extra point try now from Lutz. Rush coming off the edge. catch, and they block it! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a blocked extra point on the play.
You just never know what could be the play at the end of the game that we look back on and say, you know what? That was the play that decided it all. It seems small now. It's just a little old point, right? But if this one stays close to the end, keep an eye on that block because that single point could loom very, very large.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. To throw, here's Dart. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they're gonna have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. This is Scanaboo, left side. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. One of the tight ends motioning right. It's Tracy on 2nd down. Into the secondary past the 40. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 38 out of the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
All right, Kate, little confession time. And you know what they say, confession, good for the soul, bad for the reputation. I think my most negative grades carrying out fakes were on toss plays like that. Because you toss it, you know it's going for a big play, and all you want to do is watch it and not carry out your fake.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. It's the Giants. With it, 1st and 10. Now give left side. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. That draw is snuffed out. Didn't really have a chance, and they're going to back him up for 3rd down.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Third and long for him here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they catch him just in time to prevent the 1st, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll go. It's Tracy. Well, he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal. The Giants using their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Giants make it a 1-score game before halftime. Okay, we see this on occasion, but not that often, Brock. A rushing touchdown from the tight end spot.
Yeah, and that's exactly why you call it, right? Because you're not always expecting, especially from a tight end. And for that defense, it's hard to ever anticipate the tight end getting a carry, and you have a limited window to react. Defense doesn't get it done. Touchdown for the offense.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive. They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up second down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Second and 10. Here's Willis. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because he nailed that one.
They'll run here, following the penalty. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half.
Okay, we hear week after week how hard it is to run the football at the NFL level, and it is. But this guy today, he's making it look easy, and they rarely do that from the running back position.
Extra point try now from Lutz. And that's no good. His second missed extra point of the day. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Tracy on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. New York to the line. First and 10. Dart setting in to throw here. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4. A handoff to Tracy. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Pickup of 5 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Going to the ground again on first. And this give not as fruitful. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to guess at some point, whether it's in the huddle or over there on the bench on the sidelines after this drive, QB is going to go apologize to that running back. He just ran him into one heck of a negative play.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. Forced out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Trying down the middle with Edwards-Helaire. And he scores! It's a New York touchdown! The Giants cut into the lead coming out of halftime. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Quick on the draw here to Dobbins. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Willis now. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Willis now, 3rd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deontay Banks. And the Giants are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Going on 3rd, here's Dart. Pass brought in by Slayton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And second down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage. And that time, the defense got the job done.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. He's got room to roam here. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. This is going to be second down and long following the holding flag. From the gun, here's Dart. This is Cox, that's Slayton. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense, but the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Driving forward with Scattaboo. Pickup of 2 here, and it's good enough for a New York first down.
He's not their bell cow. He's not a breakaway type of runner, but he didn't need to be. He just had to get forward and reach the first down before the defense could pivot and stop him.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Tracy on first down. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They go right back to Tracy. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Throwing on first down, it's Dart. Setting up the screen. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants jump in front now by 5. Gano ready to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Working from the gun, it's Willis. And this one too far in front of him, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Harvey. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Willis in the pistol. And I'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 4th quarter lead.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
He's throwing for it. He has it. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Robinson with the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. start on the ground here. Tracy. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
On first down, here's Dart. That's completed right side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Darts out of the shotgun. It's caught right side by Johnson. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. The counter give to Tracy. He finds space into the red zone. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering why. How do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play happens so fast and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
Tackle there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Running it after the penalty. And the nice gain is met by a punishing hit to bring it to a halt.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Running with Scannaboo. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
So many offenses will script, Kate, their first 15 plays of a game, but it's often getting to the lesser use stuff like that that's critical in the red zone. They get a decent gain out of it and continue the push for the goal line.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. A give to Tracy up the middle. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. Fullback trying to power it across. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. With the wrong direction the last play, need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Tracy. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it! Someone punched it out! Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm gonna imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate. Will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants?
Again, it's Tracy. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Only 1 yard on the pickup. Oh, boy. Now they're facing 4th and goal. Now we get a timeout, and with just 2 seconds left, this game has set us up with an incredible ending. So everything comes down to this from Graham Gano. This is a chip shot from the left hash. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominating win by any means, partner, but a great show of resiliency to fight back and steal it away.